Ladies and gentlemen, yes, we are joined today by Coach Mark Sangiao of Team Lakay. Very good to see you, Mark. It's been a while. You got some massive fights coming up for your boys, Winter Warriors Part 2. Some big ones. How's everything been going in the gym? It's been a long time since I spoke to you. Is there some excitement now that everybody's starting to get back into it and a little bit more regular action?
Yeah, and good afternoon and nice to see you again. And we've been preparing for this fight, for December fight, and we've been doing well. Now I think slowly, since we have a vaccine, so I think slowly we're going back and hopefully everything will become okay in the near future.
Let's start off with Danny. You know, he's facing Shiwei. How big of a fight is that for? He's fighting Kairat Akhmetov. That's a massive fight for the division. How big is that for Danny? You know, we all know he's fought Demetrius before, so this feels significant.
Yeah, for Danny, he is in the number 2 for the rating, the featherweight. In this division, and this is a big fight for him since if he wins this match against Akhmetov, there's a big chance that he'll be fighting for the title shot. So this is very significant for him. He should get the big win, and we're very confident that he'll be winning this match.
How surprised were you by the Adriano Moraes, Demetrius Johnson result? Did that surprise you at all?
Yeah, I don't know that that fight will end in a knockout. You know, knowing that Johnson is a GOAT. No, I've been a one fan of him since he's fighting in the other promotion, but during that fight I was surprised for the Moraes performance. But anyways, we are in MMA. Everything will happen. So I think we're not. You know, everything will happen, and although I'm actually that fight, I'm in Johnson's side, but wow, it surprised me too. But I think Adriano Moraes did his part, prepared well, so he's really a champion.
Do you think Moraes is the best flyweight in the world, or do you think he just had a good night?
Basing on the result, yes. Basing on the result, but we're just humans. We have weaknesses sometimes, and we have strong side. So maybe for an athlete, as a coach, we'll just try to find that weakness.
Akhmetov has wins over Moraes and Jai. Is this the toughest test since Demetrius for Danny, do you think?
I'm sorry. Come again.
How tough? Akhmetov, Kairat, he has wins over Moraes and he has wins over Jai. So how big of a test is this for Danny?
Yeah, this is a big test for Danny since Akhmetov fought the best in that division. So I think this is a big test also for Danny. Actually, they've been maybe since 2018, they've been trying to do this match. But so I think this is the best part, or this is the best time for them to fight and show who's the best of between Danny and Kairat.
Moving on to Kevin, he has a really interesting fight against Kwon Won-il. Kwon Won-il has finished his last 2 fights. Have you been impressed by Kwon and what he can do?
Yeah, I've been watching for his previous fight, and he's a very good knockout artist. He's showing a good hands, boxing skills. He is say fight IQ is very good. So this would be a big test, good test for Kevin. But looking at the performance of Kevin in his training now, I can see the fire in him. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see on this December fight on the result of his preparation.
Who do you think will win, Bibiano or John Lineker?
I think for me, who will do their assignment well. They're a good fighter, they're a good fighter. They're basing on the records. They have good records. I think the one who will win the one who will be implementing the game plan well.
Do you think Kevin would prefer John to win so that he doesn't have a fifth fight with Bibiano? Do you think Kevin would rather try to get the John Lineker fight back?
I think the concern of Kevin now is to win, and whoever win on the two between Lineker and Bibiano, there's no problem with him. And what I want to see to Kevin is to bring back the fire and the passion.
Do you think that One Championship fans are in for a bit of a surprise when it comes to Stephen Loman? Because, he was a champion in Brave. He's a really, really high level fighter. He's fighting Sadulayev, but maybe for One Championship fans, he's new. So do you think they're in for a bit of a surprise when they see how good he is?
Yeah. Yeah. That's one that I want also to for Stephen to prove, since he came from the other promotion, and One Championships, we'll see how different the environment here in One Championship, because I saw the heart, the heart and the mental toughness of Stephen Loman in the other promotion. And Yusuf will be one will test for this. Yusuf is in the rating. So I'm looking at the on the past performance of Yusuf. He did well almost of his fight, although his fights when he lost, on his fights when he's in the featherweight, but going back to the bantamweight is very good. So we'll see. We will see how's the performance of Stephen here in One Championship.
Do you think Stephen is on the same level as Bibiano and John Lineker?
Yeah, Stephen Loman is training with Kevin too, and maybe that is one way on how I can identify the level of Stephen on the One Championship. So what I can say is, yes, Stephen is on the level of those big stars of One Championship.
Let's move on to talk about your son. He's fighting Paul Lamihi. How's his development for you? And how excited are you to see him finally in One Championship?
Yeah, I'm very excited. I've talked to my son before if he really want to enter professional, and he told me that yeah, he want to become champion to like his older brothers here in Team Lakay. And yeah, as a fighter, as a father, I want to support him 100%. And I can see his skill, no, the skill, the heart is in there. No, but of course, uh, what will justify here is when he's inside the circle. So I'm excited. I'm very excited for him.
In terms of Filipino fighters, what was your reaction to the news that Manny Pacquiao has decided to retire this year and focus on politics?
I admire Pacquiao too much on boxing, on sports, but when it comes to politics, I don't know. I don't know yet. Because every one of us maybe we have our own field for politics. Still question mark. I don't know.
But will you be sad to see him not compete anymore, or do you think it was the right time?
As for me, and as a former athlete and as a coach, maybe this is the right time for him to to retire while he's still good and his career is good. So I think I know he did the right decision for his retirement.
And the last one for me, if the fans should have one fighter from Team Lakay that they really need to keep an eye on for the rest of 2021, who is that fighter who's going to end the year with a bang, do you think?
One for the end of the year, not one but four. They have to look for the four: Kevin, Danny, Stephen, and Janlo. Because I'm very excited. I'm looking at their performance now, their training, they're preparing well. So don't look for that one, look for that four. And I'm inviting you all to watch this because it will be an exciting match.
We'll be watching. Nice one, Coach. I appreciate it. Respect.
Yeah, thank you very much, Andrew.
Thanks for your time. Take care.